What is up, YouTube? That's here. Today, I'm super excited to bringing you guys more Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl 6v6 singles Wi-Fi battles. Today, we're busting out the big Machamp. A strange sound is coming from Machamp. What kind of noises does this guy even make? Does he go like, or does he go like armpit farts? Because he has like 4 armpits. There's a lot of arms on that guy. Yeah, we're using Machamp in 6v6 singles battles. We're busting out Machamp, right? With a little bit of Rotom, Latios, Blissey, Garchomp, Skarmory. I think moving forward, we're trying to make a lot more BDSP content, so you're not going to see the same Garchomp, Blissey, Rotom team in every single battle. I actually have a couple cool teams coming out later this week, but yeah, I've really wanted to feature Machamp for a while. I think it's a great anti-meta pick as a lead option. A lot of people lead with their U-turners, their taunters, or their rocks or hazard setters or stuff like that at the start of the game. And if you can avoid Azelf teams, Machamp is an absolutely amazing anti-meta Pokemon. It gets access to Ice Punch to break rock setters. It gets access to Dynamic Punch, which can confuse things because you have no guard, which lets you hit every time. It gets Bullet Punch for revenge KOing. It gets Knock Off to knock off leftovers. It's a really, really good anti-meta mon because it soaks damage from leads, especially suicide leads, and can retaliate back super, super well. So at the start of every single game, if you start with Machamp, you're always going to be going into a situation where your opponent's going to lose their lead, and you're not actually going to lose anything for it. So it's a super, super cool mon to play, and if you surround it with Pokemon that cover up for its weaknesses to things like Fairy and Psychic moves, like a Skarmory, for example, it becomes a super, super solid Pokemon and a wonderful addition to any team. So we're going to hop into some games on the 2022-2021 singles area, and hopefully get some wins. Wish me luck. Here we go. What a cool looking team. I really like the Frostlass. Frostlass is actually going to make using like Latios and Garchomp super hard. And depending on how we play Blissey, we don't want to lose it to like a Destiny Bond or something. Really, really cool team on their side. I like this a lot. Gotta watch out for that Shell Smash Blastoise. We do not have any sashed mons. So like Blissey and Rotom are going to be super important in dealing with that matchup. I think leading Rotom is correct here, but the whole point of this team is actually to use Machamp as like an anti-meta lead mon. I think I'm going to lead Machamp. If they lead Staraptor, I go into Skarmory. If they lead Blastoise, we Dynamic Punch it. If they lead Magnezone, we Dynamic Punch. If they lead Frostlass, I think I would want to go into Blissey. So big Machamp right off the bat. The boy. I don't remember if I PP maxed Dynamic Punch. If not, I'll have to do it after this game. But Machamp's amazing. It's one of the best anti-meta mons now that like the meta has like matured a little bit. Back in the day, no one used to use Machamp, but we got to a point where like, yeah, against like Flygon, Ice Punch. It's such a good mon because it's really, really hard to just one-shot a Machamp, and it's going to be able to trade 1-for-1 with anything while also doing a really good job at denying a lot of rock setters. Like, that's a great moveset. And the Ice Punch comes in hot versus this. You can totally U-turn against me, but anything that comes in is going to potentially, well, it's going to get Sash broken and potentially get like frozen. So we do be taking these. The big boy Machamp. Show me an Earthquake. Show me a, I think Flygon gets Dragon Dance in this gen. Let's see it. Outrage. That's probably its best move. Machamp has a lower defense stat, but even like a banded Flygon probably wouldn't have gotten the KO. So, yeet. Yo, we be taking those big Machamp energy. So, and we get a Leftovers tick. I probably should actually put a Citrus on this guy. I think Citrus would actually make Machamp super value, because imagine if we got a Citrus tick there, and we go up to like 60%, we'd basically force the Staraptor in. We might still have to force the Staraptor in, because we outspeed things like Magnezone, Blastoise, and Weezing. So we'll see. Yeah, this is perfect. I love this for us, because we can just go right into Skarmory. And the cool thing about Skarmory is it has Sturdy, right? So if you just go for a U-turn here expecting my Skarmory switch, we'll be able to recop off our Sturdy here. So yeah, this is great. This is going good for us. Like, taking out their Flygon immediately, it was probably Scarfed. And Machamp's just one of those mons that says like, hey, you gotta be this tall to ride. Machamp has the damage, it has the bulk, it's the full package, anti-meta mon. This is great. I think we're just gonna set rocks. I think that's a Reckless. It has to be, like, that's way too much damage otherwise, right? It's way too much damage otherwise. Skarmory should not be taking that much damage from a Staraptor. I almost actually used Staraptor in this team, but yeah, we're just gonna pop the rocks. Pop it like it's rocks, let's go. Man, thank you guys so much for leaving such kind words. Watching BDSP content. This is the best format. It really is. And I'm happy to hear so many people watch these videos all the way through. Now, they're definitely going to be able to trick us here. That's fine. I don't actually care if we lose the Skarmory here. We just need these rocks up. We're going to lose the Skarmory here. We're going to try and switch. You can always try and switch versus Magnet Pull Magnezone. But then after that, like, we just got to free switch into Garchomp and can sub, right? I mean, we're going to try to switch, obviously, just to force it. It'll say, like, no. It won't, like, take your turn to try. Yep. So we were able to scout that it is, in fact, Magnet Pull. So the thing that we want to do here is, I think you want to try and Whirlwind instead of Drill Peck, because it would always have to come back in. We might not die to the Thunderbolt. Volt Switch. I don't know if we're dead. All right, so the fact that Volt Switch killed us, that tells me they're specs. They're fast specs, so we can actually super abuse that. I actually think this is good for us, because whenever they come back in, they're going to take rocks damage. This thing that's coming in is taking more rocks damage, and you don't really have any Defog users other than your Staraptor, which if we organize things correctly, we can make a situation where you have to go for like a Scarf Defog, which is not great. The Legend. Blastoise themselves. I think it's definitely time for Latios. Is that lefties? Okay, so we don't have to worry about like walk-in or any sort of like white herb play. Lefties, Blastoise. I'll just go Rotom here. Rotom's fine. I'm going to just use Thunderbolt. Stab Thunderbolt is going to do a lot. It's probably enough to KO. And you don't have a Fly anymore, so you can't switch in on it. So I think Scarf Thunderbolt is just a great play. And depending on how their Blastoise is built, even if they live and go for a Shell Smash, they might not have enough gas in the tank. Like if they're if they're bulky enough to live this Thunderbolt, they're too slow to outspeed our Scarf Rotom, right? Because I just think a Blastoise of +2 is not as fast as like a full speed Rotom. Actually, it might be, because they're very similar speed tiers. Blastoise is 78, Rotom's 86. But like they have a Weezing, they have Frostlass, they have Staraptor, they have Magnezone. Like that's fine. Like go into your Magnezone. Like we know your specs. I might actually just trade with you, because I know your specs now. You're gonna fly. Like I can actually just soak this. That's a crit. Okay, I'm just gonna do it again. I will actually just do it again. What are you gonna do about it? You're gonna Volt Switch me? It won't kill me. And you shouldn't even think about Volt Switching, because I can just switch into Garchomp. You have to Flash Cannon, and it's fourthed. I guess you could try attack, and it might do about half, and then I'd switch to Blissey after this. Yeah, we're just gonna stay in. I know your specs, so this should be a KO, two shot. Volt Switch, go for it. It shouldn't KO. Holy moly, almost. If they come with Staraptor, we're gonna play this differently. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I can't believe they just would have lost the game to a Garchomp switch in. Switch in Garchomp. That's fine. I'm sure we'll put that up a little bit later. What does this Weezing think that it does? Black Sludge, obviously. I don't think there's a problem with me just foddering this guy to a Thunderbolt. It's leftovers. It should be Black Sludge. Yeah, should go for a Thunderbolt. Weezing has a really low SpDef. It might just KO. I highly doubt it. You can KO me with something else. I can send him to Garchomp. Alright, so it's full HP SpDef, like wall Weezing. I'm going to send him to Garchomp. Let me think about that. We can either send him to the Garchomp or the Latios. Latios is a lot of damage right now. Latios is speed ties with the Frostlass, though. You know, I'm going to send him to Latios. I want to save the fact that, like, I want them to send out that Magnezone and have us hard switch in and block the Volt Switch and get a free sub. I don't think we'll get a free sub versus this. I think they'll actually just like do something to stop it. And I use enough Garchomp. I use enough Garchomp to win these games. Let's use some other Pokemon. We still have the what is it? The Machamp as well. I'd like to bring up Machamp versus Magnezone a little bit later, if possible. So see it. You're big pinned. You can go into your Frostlass. You'll lose it and potentially Curse Body me. You can go into your Blastoise. You'll probably lose it after the Rocks tick. Staraptor will get KO'd after Rocks. So yeah, we'll see. I'm thinking that's like a Banded Reckless Staraptor. That would be my biggest guess as to what the Staraptor set is. What do you guys think their sets are? You know, I'm assuming it's Sash Frostlass. We know it's Specs Magnezone. We know it's lefties on Weezing and Blastoise. And then the Staraptor, you know, it could definitely be something like that. So we're going to take this KO on the Weezing, easy. If they send out the Staraptor, right? This is what I'm thinking. If you send out the Staraptor, I'm going to go for a switch to Blissey because it's a win-win. Either you're Brave Birding me and you take so much recoil that you just die, or, okay, it's Blastoise. I'm going to stay in and fight this. I actually think we can get the KO. I think this will probably get the KO. Or at the very least, like, I'm not afraid of an Ice Beam. Yeah, okay, almost. Rapid Spin away the rocks. Okay. I don't have a Rock setter anymore. I don't have a Hazard setter anymore, but we should still be able to outspeed this Blastoise, and it's a great Rapid Spin. Blastoise is a good spinner. It's my personal favorite spinner from the actual Gen 4 days. But let's think about this. Like, we don't have a way to reapply rocks, do we? They don't know that our Blissey can't. So we can actually bluff them into thinking our Blissey can apply rocks. But that means they're going to get really, really good value out of their Frostlass. They basically sacked their Blastoise to make their Frostlass work. And so we'll see how this works out for them. It makes their Staraptor healthy too. That's a good play. That's a great play from them. I'm happy to see no Shell Smash though. Shell Smash is super scary on Blastoise. Makes me think I should use a Blastoise team in like the next episode. Alright, so this is what we were talking about. You're either going to go for a U-turn or a Brave Bird, right? If it's Banded Brave Bird, like, I would just kill you with Psychic. That's the thing. I would just kill you. You would die. If it's Scarfed U-turn, you'd be able to outspeed and do a ton of damage, but you wouldn't kill. I guess you could be Scarfed Reckless, but I don't think I'd die. You know what? I'll just stay in. I'll just stay in. I'm not afraid. Yeah, I think you're dead. I'm Spexed. I'm Specs, bro. This Pokemon's literally getting tested right now. I wonder why. It's way too freaking broken. They were banded, obviously. Banded Reckless. Cool, so you have a Frostlass, a Magnezone. There's the Frostlass. We just go right to the... Actually, do we go to Blissey? The thing about Latios is, unlike Garchomp, it's not 4 times weak to a bunch of these things. I'm going to go to the Blissey anyways. I'm not afraid of you setting up. I think the fact that you did all that work with Rapid Spin means you're sashed. So I actually think you're not going to be able to sub or anything weird. So we should be fine. Should be that Shadow Ball. Frost Breath. Yo, the crit potential. Not bad. Blissey very slightly cares. The thing about that move is everyone's like, Frost Breath, so cool. I remember when it first came out, everyone thought it was a really cool mechanic because it had like a really, really high damage ceiling with the crits. Back when, I believe back then, crits used to be at ×2. But in reality, that move kind of sucks because first of all, it can miss. And it can't double crit. Like, that move can't realistically get the crit damage. Versus, like, an Ice Beam or a Blizzard can. So, that's why I'm not a big fan of Frost Breath, personally. Yep, Will-O-Wisp is fine. You shouldn't be Will-O-Wisp in a Blissey unless you know it's Special Sweeper. So, what we're going to do here is we're probably going to go for, like, Flamethrower here. And then I'm going to scout for that Destiny Bond. I'm probably going to Soft Will next turn. I would have loved to burn there. But yeah, we wanted to go for that. We'll just go for a Soft Will this turn. Just come scouting for Destiny Bond. If you have Taunt, I think you would have been using it already. You definitely would have been using it right there to stop me from Roxing. So you're gonna, if you have Destiny Bond, it's going right now. Destiny Bond. It's almost like I play the game. And remember, you can't spam Destiny Bond anymore. So like, I don't even need to respect it. If this was a situation where you could have spammed Destiny Bond in previous gens, I would have switched to, I think my Rotom's still alive. Right? No, yeah, Rotom's still alive. So I would have just switched to Rotom on that switch. And then use a Thunderbolt. But like, I don't even have to do that now because you can't spam it. Right? I would have just. Oh, Rotom died. No, you're right then. No, I could have switched to a couple other things. I could have switched to the Weezing or Machamp and just Bullet Punched it, but this is fine. So, yeah, you can't spam Destiny Bond. Battle's canceled. They know what I'm about. Yo, Machamp led the way with that one. Just soaked that huge outrage. Turn 1, traded effectively, and got us in a situation where we could just abuse electric attacks for most of that game. So super cool game with Machamp, and I can't wait to go into the next one. Look at that Sun Squad. Charizard, Vileplume, Torkoal, Espeon. It's going to be super hard to set hazards. I don't think I'll actually get a chance to set hazards this game. Let's see. Are they just going to lead Torkoal? Like, do I actually have something that's great versus Torkoal? I think I can just lead Garchomp versus it. Like, realistically, Garchomp's great versus all of these. So I'm just going to lead Garchomp. I may be making a misplay going Garchomp so early because I might kind of need my Garchomp to potentially deal with their Garchomp a little bit later. I wonder if they're going to lead Garchomp and go Rocks against me. That'd be hilarious. Because this team actually doesn't have a Defog user. That's the thing about my team today. I made a team that just wasn't that weak to Rocks or Spikes. And if they get up Rocks, they can just have them. But let's see. Hitmonchan. Alright, so they're going to try and Rapid Spin me out. They can also Ice Punch me out. I'm probably going to switch to Skarmory here. I don't think there's a problem with switching. I don't want to get Ice Punched, right? I can just switch to Skarm. I actually just switched to my boy. Let's go, Machamp. Who's the best fighting type in the game? Yo, Hitmonchan's cool, right? It has 2 arms. Yo, he's right there. He's ready to go. Machamp has 4 arms. It has twice the arms that Hitmonchan does. There ain't no way you're ready for this. Show it to me. Ice Punch. Not today. Machamp big busted. Yo, I'm coming in hot with this Dynamic Punch. I actually kind of want to knock off, realistically, because like I'm not afraid. Yeah, I'm actually going to knock off. I think you're switching to Espeon. Actually, knockoffing even a Torkoal, getting rid of its Heat Rock is nice here. Big knockoff about to be happening here. Let's go. And we could eat a close combat, I'm sure, from a Hitmonchan. If Ice Punch did that much, close combat wouldn't be double. So we're fine. We're fine. And if we knock off like leftovers, that's value, you know? You shouldn't actually try to just fight a Machamp with a Hitmonchan, by the way. There you go. Give me that free switch into your item getting destroyed. Oh, we take those. Yes, please. Let's knock off that Damp Rock and or leftovers and get this game started. So what we need to do here is if we knock off the I keep calling it a Damp Rock, a Heat Rock right there. If we knock off the Heat Rock, which is obviously on the Torkoal here, all we realistically need to do is like wait out the sun and we're in a good spot. Machamp can just fight this guy, but I don't think there's a problem with like hard switching and Rotom. We can just block the fire attack. You might Wisp, that's fine. And then just Volt Switch between here and Blissey and we good to go. So we could just stay in and go for Dynamic Punch, but I don't think we need to risk it. Machamp big bust. Did you see those abs on his back? It's crazy how ripped Machamp is. Yo, let's go Rotom. Hard switch out of Torkoal. That's the right play. Anytime you have a Torkoal and you just want to use to activate the sun and immediately switch it out. So we'll just go right into Blissey, I think. I think Blissey's the right play here. We just hard switch and just use Blissey to wall this guy. That's an amazing play. This person knows what they're doing. So even though their team is like a bit of a UU-RU-esque team, they definitely know what they're doing. I'm assuming that Zard might be scarfed back there to be able to take advantage of stuff. So Sleep Powder. Now, as long as you don't break the Sleep Claws, we're going to be in a good spot here. As long as you're not a Sleep Claws breaker, we're good. I'm actually going to stay in. We just want to waste your Sun turns, and realistically, like, Solar Beam would do 20% tops. Strength Stab, yeah, not going to do it. What do you think I was switching in? Why'd you do that? Like, you can do that all day. Ain't no one saying you can't. I'm assuming your moveset's like Strength Sap, Sleep Powder, other supporty-esque moves. Strength Sap's an amazing move, but not gonna you gotta switch, bro. And you don't want to switch in and have me wake up and pop a sun-boosted flamethrower in your mouth. Let's see. Even Charizard would take like over half from this. There's the Vileplume switch out. You have to, right? Easy. Hitmonchan, bro! I'm not gonna let you eat this. I'd love to wake up, though. I would love to wake up and pop you in the mouth. Oh, I love this. Let's go. Flamethrower, big boosted. Oh, my goodness. No burn, though. We take those. You're probably gonna Drain Punch. I'm gonna switch into Latios, and we have the pin. I think Latios is a great switch in here. If you Ice Punch, Latios isn't 4 times weak like Garchomp. If you Drain Punch, you're not getting enough health to live the Psychic. And then Latios is just a big bully. I can't believe in any of those situations you didn't switch in Espeon to block like a Stealth Rocks. Because if I get the rocks up, you just lose the game. So let's see. Ice Punch or what? Close combat. Easy. Easy block. He orbed? No way. No, he wasn't orbed. It's not Expert Fault or anything either. It's a weird damage multiplier. I think he might actually have the 1.2 fighting damage multiplier because that did a little bit too much. Just a little bit, just a tad wee bit. You don't have anything that really blocks this other than Espeon, and I'll just go for the Psychic. I don't care if you switch an Espeon here. Even a Scarf Hitmonchan wouldn't be able to outspeed a Latios, so you have to switch or fodder. And this is your only spinner. You could switch to Espeon to make it so you get like 2-shotted, but then I just go back to my Blissey. And then you're wasting your Sun turns, which means you have to send out your Torkoal. And every time you send out that Torkoal, I'm going to get a free turn where I try and win the whole game off you bringing in a Pokemon that's slow. So we'll see how this works. I guess Torkoal could be a secondary spinner. I guess it could. But you have to switch this guy. I don't think there's anything wrong with foddering Vileplume here. Espeon. Okay, cool. It's a 2-shot for us. We have to win a speed tie. But let's see. If you don't have leftovers, you could be Scarfed. Oh, that's just not enough at all. And you don't have leftovers. Alright, I'll switch. Yeah, Skarmory's fine. Actually, Skarmory can wall an Espeon. I hope they're not going to go with, like, Calm Mind. I think they're actually a little bit too bulky right now. I think they're, like, heavy HP. Like, they probably have Morning Sun. That's probably why you have an Espeon. And obviously, like, that's a don't go to Skarmory, he could use Morning Sun. And their Drill Peck should do a lot, and they don't have leftovers. So, like, they're either, like, a Clay set. They shouldn't be a Calm Mind set or a subset because they don't have leftovers. They're probably, like, some sort of Choice Scarf and or Choice Specs set. And I'm not afraid of those at all. Oh, the double switch. Okay. Hitmonchan back. I'm gonna go for the Drill Peck. I think there's a slight chance you switch back in that Espeon. Sunlight fades, that's fine. Oh, I would love rocks, but I don't think I can actually justify putting rocks up against myself. So I'll just Drill Peck here. Drill Peck's good versus Hitmonchan, it's good versus Espeon, it's good versus both. It's a free real estate out here. Yep, not gonna do it. The actual only time you would use Stealth Rocks is actually once the Espeon's already out, because now it wants to save itself and switch away. But I'll just Drill Peck. If you want to trick my Skarmory, go nuts. Sunny Day, the hard cast, so it's probably Heat Rock. Alright, if I can KO this thing, I just set rocks on the next guy. Let me get that KO. Yo, 1 HP, baby. He's going to break my sturdy. It's fine. Never lucky. Morning Sun. Oh, it's so unfortunate. That's fine. He's wasting a lot of heat turns like this. And if I get 1 crit, we're in a great spot. Look how much of a heal that is. The big heal. Yeah, we can just chill here. We can just let them waste all their sun turns. I don't think that matters at all. What are you going to do, like, psychic me? Because you're eventually going to have to recast the sun, and on that turn, that's when I'll get my crit, obviously. 20 of these? I wish I PB maxed him. Yeah, you have to switch. Yeah, you have to. Charizard? Torkoal? Torkoal? Yeah, it's Torkoal. Cool, just switching Blissey. Free damage here. I wonder if they think I'm going to Rocks. I'll switch in the Rotom. I did that last time. I did the same exact pin last time. No, I didn't. I didn't do the same pin last time. But I'm going to go into Rotom this time. Because, like, I don't want to switch in Blissey and have it burned. I would much rather have this Rotom get burned. And then trick a Choice Scarf onto the Torkoal or something. Stealth Rocks are fine. I can't stop them, you know? I can't believe they just actually stayed in and did that. That's ridiculous. I'm going to Hydro. You're going to run out of sun turns sooner than later. Yeah, show me that Garchomp. I do not mind Hydroing a Garchomp in the sun. I get to Scupper lefties this way too. This is your one chance to set up, but I don't think it'll actually get you anything. Awesome. It's so good that we actually hit that because I need to Scupper leftovers. No lefties. Awesome. Just go right back out of Skarm then. If they sub, we will Whirlwind, and if they, we'll see how that works. Outrage is fine. We're good. We just use Roost. We need to actually use the Roost though. Cool. We're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. This team's actually really cool from our opponent. Great. This is probably the best Sun team I've fought in BDSP so far. But I still think we have the tools to win. Because, like, we're slightly not losing in a lot of situations, even when we're under pressure. We're still the ones dictating play, even when we're pressured. That Espeon, they're at the mercy of us critting. They only have a certain number of Morning Suns, too. They only have 8. So it's like, we're the ones that are dictating so much more play. They're still confused, so we get a free Rocks out of this. Thank you. Free Rocks. I didn't even deserve these Rocks. These aren't even my Rocks. But I'll take them. I will take them. Which means you're going to have to bring that Torkoal. And you're going to want to bring in the Torkoal, but I'm going to Whirlwind this turn. So you're going to get free Sun. You're going to get free potential switch into Zard after our Whirlwind. But everything's going to take so much freaking Rocks damage. It's going to just freaking get melted. Let's go. Whirlwind's up. Yep. It's time. I bet they can't believe I got Rocks up. It's going to be Torkoal, right? Awesome. So Sun's up. Torkoal takes Rocks damage. It's amazing. I get a leftovers tick, and I bring in a random Pokemon. I'd love to see the Garchomp and or Espeon. I'd also like to see Vileplume. Because we still have a sleep. No, Blissey's not asleep anymore. Ooh, Charizard. Alright, so we gotta switch. Alright, so look at that. Look at this. Oof. Oof. Solar Power 2, right? Oof. Bruh. Actually, no, if I was still at full, like, if I was at full, I would stay in and just Whirlwind. Yeah, we'll just switch. Blissey can soak that. Blissey can soak a Heat Wave, or a Flamethrower, or even a Fire Blast. I bet you it's Scarfed. So let's see how well Blissey eats this. Survey says Flamethrower in the sun, Solar Power stab boosted. Almost half. Solar Power does a lot. I'm gonna use soft boiled. I think they might switch to Hitmonchan and then rapid spin me though. And that's fine, because we can always just use this Blissey. Like, this is what I was talking about. Like, oh, they're just going to stand there and try and win the high roll? Yeah, bro, there's leftovers involved in there. So it's like, I restore just a little bit more than you're doing unless you're critting. You got to switch to that Hitmonchan sooner than later. And go for the rapid spin. See, you're the one taking damage. I ain't taking shit. I restore health out of this situation. And at this point, actually, I don't need to do... I can go for an attack if I felt like it. But I'll soft boiled. I like being at full, so I can just always switch in on this Zard. Yep, switch in your Hitmonchan, take rocks damage there. I'll switch to my Latios. Like oh, it's Torkoal. Oh, but your Sun's already up. Blissey can KO there. Is this the last turn of Sun? Because like I'll go for the Thunder. I'll go for the Flamethrower if the Sun's still up. We're at full. I'll go for the Flamethrower. So remember, Thunder is a 50% accuracy in the Sun. This is Sun boosted stab Flamethrower, big busted. Let's go. Let's go, Blissey. Oh, that's the Sun centered down. And this is the last turn of Sun. You're gonna have to send out Espeon. That ain't it. I think you Ice Beam the Espeon because I think it's gonna use Morning. I think it's gonna use Sunny Day. And it has a Heat Rock too. Hitmonchan, bro. See, that's like 2 turns too late. 2 turns too late. Hitmonchan's great, but I wonder if they're gonna Ice Punch me this time. Because like I switched to Latios last time, and I'm actually within the range. I don't think there's a problem with going to Skarm here. Because if you close combat, then I would go to the Latios, I think. Because Skarm already did basically everything it needed to do. You can totally Rapid Spin me here, and I don't think there's a problem. I really see zero problem with that. Close combat, that's absolutely fine. Yep, that's fine. Because right now, I'm going to force you to be in a situation where if you want to do something else, like a Fire Punch or another close combat, you're going to lose your Hitmonchan. If you lose your Hitmonchan, you can't check the Blissey. So we got these pins. And you don't want to switch in the Espeon on this either, because it's going to take rocks damage plus a Drill Peck. And without leftovers, it shouldn't be healthy enough to Morning Sun without the Sun to be able to outlive that again. Because we do about 53% with every Drill Peck. So we're in a really, really good spot here. I think they're super pinned. You can't switch in Vileplume. You can't switch in the Zard. You can't switch in the Espeon. You can switch in a Garchomp, but then, like, you really can't switch in Garchomp. Yeah, Espeon, like, rocks damage plus Drill Peck plus a second Drill Peck will take you out. Yeah, like, you're going to have to Morning Sun. Remember, you're the one that only has 8 of them, and I think you use 3 and or 4. And every single time you Morning Sun, I get an extra leftovers tick. You see how that's super valuable for me. So you're going to fodder your Espeon for the Sunny Day. That works. Ain't got no problem with that. Ain't nobody got a problem with that. So you have a Hitmonchan, a low HP Charizard, a full HP Garchomp, and a Vileplume versus my boys. Skarmer's a girl. Let's see. Charizard's greedy to send out right now, but you need to activate that Sun eventually. Like, if you send out Vileplume, I'll just chill and wait out all your Sun turns. So Hitmonchan's the choice, huh? Realistically, the right play is probably just a Roost. Now, I outspeed this guy. I'm going to Drill Peck him. He's going to go for Rapid Spin. Ice Punch, bro. We thought I was going to switch. Okay. I'm surprised he outspeeds us. Yeet. That's another one down. Another one bites the dust. No spins, huh? Gotta put Rapid Spin on the Hitmonchan. I gotta watch those THATSAplusONE videos. Yeah, I just get the boosts. You could totally send out Charizard. You can totally send out Garchomp, too. Skarmer does not care. People sleep on Skarmer in these formats, man. It's an auto win for so many teams. You can sleep out of the Skarmer. That's absolutely fine. What if I was Keen-Eye, bro? Yeah, we're just gonna chill. We'll soak the sleep. We're going to try and recover before that. Whenever they Brightening on Zard, it's dead. You know, you can miss that move anytime you feel like it. We can't wake up this turn, but we can wake up next turn. We don't even need to go for a Drill Peck into this guy. We just need to wait out its Sun turns and we win. Yep, just Roost it out. I should really PP max these. I mean, I need to get more PP ups and PP maxes, realistically. Strength Sap's completely fine. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Oh, the big wake up. Full heal. You have one more turn of sun left. I'm just gonna roost. Or sorry, I'm just gonna whirlwind. At this point, we've basically gotten everything that we could possibly need to get out of this game. We still have 6 Mons. That's the thing. We still have 6 Mons. We didn't lose anything. We didn't even lose Machamp. Yo, Machamp was big busted. Pivotal. What do you do? What do you actually do? You switch to Garchomp, you take double rocks damage, battle's canceled. It's the right play, I think. So we're going to take those wins, guys. Thank you so much for supporting Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl content on YouTube. I'm doing my absolute best to make more games featuring, you know, this amazing format. If you have ideas for Pokemon you want to see me feature in future videos, think about leaving a comment. Think about letting me know. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Peace out, and I'll see you guys next time.